friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and today we are going to be working on my first project using the feature craft release for July. The kit is called More Please and has a very food-oriented theme. And today, the project that I wanted to work on, one of the things that sparked in my mind first when trying to figure out some stories to tell with this kit was one of our favorite food trucks down in Waco, Texas. So the whole project was actually inspired by this little embellishment right here that says good food is everything, and it's like a little food truck here. So that really sparked my memory of this particular food truck that we visited down in Waco when we used to go down to visit my brother. So, and the only reason we don't anymore is because he's in Oklahoma. He's no longer in Texas. But when he was in Texas, we loved going to the Pokio food truck, which is an ice cream sandwich food truck, and it is amazing. So today what I've got in front of me, I've got a couple of photos, one of the truck itself, one of the ice cream sandwiches in their cup, and it says Waco on it, so we know, that this was Waco. A journaling card that I already have filled out. I will put a link up at the eye for you guys to show you how I add text to my physical journaling cards. Ooh. And then I have one just piece of white cardstock that I cut down into a 3x4 card, and I'm planning to use my stamp set to create a repeat pattern background in order to put this little guy on top of it, and then that is really going to be it for this spread. It's going to be super easy. I may also use my stamp set to create some different embellishments to add to this photo, the long photo as well. And this is a 3x8. So this is gonna go in a 3x8 pocket, and this one is gonna go in a 6x8 pocket. So, and then that will go into my story album. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on fast forward while I get this project assembled, and then once I have it all done, I will slow you guys back down again and finish this video for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started on this spread, the first thing I'm gonna do is work on that 3x4 blank cardstock card. So right now it's just white, and what I'm going to do is pull over the largest stamp block I have. I believe this one is, well, I mean, I guess you can see right there, it's just slightly under 2 inches or 3 inches wide and just slightly under 4 inches tall. And what I did is I took the stamp set that is called All Mine, and I am going to take as many sentiments as I can that make sense for this spread, and I'm going to put them all in a big cluster. My goal was to make my cluster as square-like or rectangle-like as possible. You'll notice here that I have this hole, where some of the phrases are shorter than the other ones. So I want to try and find a way to fill that hole in, just to make it, like I said, as square, or that edge. I want that edge to be as straight as possible. So what I end up doing is putting one of the circular elements in there, and then I'm happy enough with how that looks. Then once I have that, I'm going to pull out my inks. I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Distress inks, and I want to use the yellow one. I believe it's called Mustard Seed, just because I like the way that the yellow pops against the blues and the like peachy pinks of this kit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stamp them onto this card, trying to vary it a little bit. So like here, the second one I'll put up a little ways, just so that the same sentiments aren't lined up with each other on the spread. Then I'll do the second row. You'll see that right there. I'll do that second little area, and then I'll fill in the rest of it with the right side of the stamp. So it just gives me some variability. It makes it look more scattered and less, less of a repeat stamp and more of just a randomized background, and that's what I wanted it to look like. Now, some of those stamp impressions are not perfect either, and that's okay with me because it is just a background paper. That's all I wanted it to be, was just a background paper that had some of the sentiments from that stamp set. Next, I'm going to pull out my Scrapbook.com premium dye ink, and I want to take a couple of these stamps, and I decided I would just stamp them directly onto this photo on that blue sky area. I really like using my scrapbook.com premium dye ink. It's the black one. I just feel like it does really well on the photo paper that I use, which this particular photo paper is just a Canon glossy photo paper. The 4x6 paper is it's the Canon Photo Glossy 2 paper, which I like better. It's thicker, but when I'm printing my bigger pictures, like my full page picture or the 3x8 picture, I like to use just the plain glossy paper because the quality is really nice. Like the colors are really nice, and even though the paper is thinner, it works really well in things like traveler's notebooks and stuff like that, so it doesn't bother me. So then I went ahead and stuck on the food truck Good Food little embellishment, the piece that, you know, inspired this whole thing in the first place. And then I grabbed out my Futurecraft puffy heart stickers, and I'm going to choose 3 of them to add to the spread. So I put a red one up on the picture of the ice cream just to pull in the reds. I added a black one onto that yellow card. That way it would pop against the yellow and also bring in a little bit of black to that card as well. And then a yellow one over on the truck just to bring some yellow onto that picture as well. So next I'm just going to add everything into the pockets and see what I think of it all. And then I'm going to decide that I want some yellow on that 3x8 picture as well. So what I'm going to do is pull over a washi roll that I have. I purchased it from Studio Calico. It's just yellow and white striped. And then I'm going to add a piece of it to the bottom of that picture. I just like the way that the yellow carries through from one side of the spread to the other side of the spread, and it also has the stripe from that truck as well. So it seemed to match and go really nicely. I love that this kit inspired telling the story about this ice cream truck, which, by the way, their whole premise is that it's homemade cookies, like homemade warm cookies with their like homemade ice cream in between. And you get to choose between 5 different flavor cookies and 5 different flavor ice creams, and it is so stinking good. All right, you guys, that finishes this one. This one was quick and easy and just really fun to put together. I love the colors of it so much, the red, white, and blue and yellow, and it's just bright and vibrant and makes me think of summer. So yeah, I hope that this gave you guys some ideas on how to use those stamps as both a pattern background for cards or for embellishments on your photos or anything like that. Stamps are so versatile and fun to use. So yeah, I hope that this process encourages you to take your stamps out and give them a go. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see all of my future crafty videos. I will be back again with a couple more videos coming your way this week, so keep an eye out for those. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye now.